Hello everybody, welcome to astraeakeva. I am Ao. In today's video, I thought of what I'm supposed to do and then I got the idea. Let me just start from zero and share with everybody on how to think in 3D. And so that's kind of how I did it. I really didn't have any good plans and I was a bit nervous about everything, but let's just do it. Let me just start off. So this video is going to be in real time and it will be a bit long, 19 minutes, but please forgive me. The first thing that I do when I first started doing art was to think about art or life in shapes and forms. When we think about shapes, it's the simple stuff, things that you know from young age: a circle, an oval, sorry about the noise, an oval, a square, a rectangle, just the simple things that, that we study in mathematics, basically, name it. You can go on Google and just search basic shapes. Yes, so whatever shapes that you come up with, you can draw them. And I don't want to talk about the star because since I was young, I was horrible at drawing stars, so I just don't mind it. But anyway, that's sort of how I started doing shapes. I did this over various things like the body and all of that. So I will do another video. The next video will be about breaking down the body in shapes and forms. But I'm just going to talk about the elementary stuff now. Now we're going to talk about forms, which is basically just taking these shapes and seeing them in 3D. So nothing too big, circle becomes a sphere, and you just sort of, I don't want to say break it down, but let me just say you kind of begin to see it as a whole. For the trapezium, I'm going to look at it from the top, like I'm gonna look down on it. So if you look down on something, you look at the top of it, right? If you're gonna look at a kid, you look down at a child, you see the top of their heads, right? So that's sort of how you look at things from the 3D. I'm also drawing through, as you can see, I'm drawing the imaginary lines so you can see what's inside the box, basically. So I'm looking down. I drew a very ugly eye. But yes, this is just a simple video. I want to simplify stuff for you guys. So for the oval or the ellipse, you can draw it in 3D, much like the sphere. Much like the sphere. For triangle, what I like about triangles is that the base of it can be changed into various shapes. So you can change the base to a circle, or you can change the base to another triangle, or a square, or whatever you want. So that's kind of how I did it. A basic square becomes a cube. This reminds me of my mechanical engineering classes. We had to draw things in 3D as much as we possibly can. Mathematics and all of that. Make sure to draw through. I'm not a genius. I just try to figure it out as I go along. I don't stress myself out about, I didn't draw this cube right, but I do these exercises, not every day, but as much as I can, trying to remember things around me are in forms. So I will share applications in the latter half of this video. So that's why the video is kind of long. But I'm going to do that for every single shape. My drawing for today isn't as great as I want it to be, but please bear with me. This is the reality of how I actually do most of my art. Most of my videos are sped up, but most of the time I'm trying to figure things out. Parallelogram can be turned into a long cuboid, I guess. Yeah. One thing I like about the rectangular shapes is that rectangular shapes are the basis for a certain form that is used in almost everything, and that is a cylinder. Yeah, let's forget about the star. Let's forget about the star for now. But yes, let's look at an example. First example, I really thought, what should I draw? Let's just think about something that we use every single day, which is a mug. I'm a coffee addict. If you guys want to help me buy coffee, you can buy my prints and stuff. But anyway, a mug or a cup. I'm trying to drink tea these days, so let me try and draw a little teacup. Not too perfect. Let's just try to draw it from my imagination, so based on what I remember. So this is a little simple teacup, and since we're thinking these are shapes, right? We see trapezius and a what is it? Oval. But now we're gonna look at it in terms of forms. Let's look at the little handle, right? The little handle is just a cylinder. Let me think in 3D. Cylinder that is bent, right? And the face of that cylinder isn't a circle. It can be any shape. It can be another oval. So you have a little cylinder here. I don't know why I drew it so short. It should be longer, but yeah, imagine bending it, right? And you can do this for like various things. I apologize for the noise, guys. Sitting in a busy area. So if you just bend it, cylinders are like the basis. I would say study how to bend cylinders. They're like the best thing to study. But yes, so we broke down the handle. Now imagine looking at the cup from the top, right? We're looking into the cup from the top. It's sort of like, I'm really sorry about my horrible circles, but yes, you're gonna see it two circles, right? And so yes, let's see. Let's try and look at it from the side. Maybe if you step back a little bit and you try to look at it from the top but move a little bit back, what will you see inside the cup? I'm actually drawing this from my imagination, so it's kind of difficult for me, but yeah, practice. Let's see. Yeah, let's draw it that way. You're not completely seeing the bottom of the cup, but you can, inside the bottom from the inside of the cup, but you can see how it changes, right? That's kind of how it is. Yeah, let's draw it that way. So you're kind of looking at this cylinder that is hollow and has a bottom, right? That's kind of how a cup is made. If you're gonna look at it from the bottom, you can see that it's a cylinder, and we said the handle was another cylinder. Even the very bottom of the cup is a cylinder that just has a very small height. So you can look at it that way, sort of like a coin. It's a cylinder, but the height is very short. So next, I'm gonna do another application of the limbs, right? Limbs. And I did that other video where I was talking about how to construct a human body. My next video, which I'll upload maybe tomorrow or the day after, will try to break down the human body into various forms. So first thing I always do with the limbs is uh, give pointers of where the joints are, and then start with the forearm and then draw the upper arm. Forearm and then the upper arm. So basically an arm is just the cylinder. The same goes for legs. You can also do the chest as a cylinder, but sort of like made out of pillow, fluffy material. And we're just going to take the cylinder and bend it. So that's kind of how the arm is. Let's draw the hand. So let's try and draw the hand a little bit. Let me break it down on the side here. The hand, you can look at it various ways. I will do another video on that soon. You can either look at it as a square and then or cuboid, and then you kind of extend the top and compress the bottom of that cuboid. And then the fingers, another great application of using cylinders of fingers. So each finger, I would say the four fingers except for the thumb. The thumb, another story, I will share that as well. But the other fingers, the four fingers, are like consists of 3 cylinders each. So let me try and figure this out. Let me draw it out for you guys. Like 3 cylinders that are attached. I've seen some people draw little spheres between them. It really doesn't matter to me. In my mind, I already have that figured out. 3 cylinders. As you bend them, that's kind of how the 3 cylinders work for the fingers. So that's kind of how I break down the arm. Seeing things as forms is really helpful, guys. It's really, really helpful. Let's try to draw out the muscles. Let's draw deltoids and then biceps. See, it kind of works out that way because the cylinder is kind of big on top and then it narrows in. So you already have that foundation, knowing that the cylinder narrows, and once you start adding anatomy to the body, it becomes sort of understandable, and you can easily, once you get familiar with it, you don't even have to draw the cylinders underneath. So it's quite helpful to know the fundamentals and the forms and all of that. So that's sort of how I study all of these forms. So I'm gonna go back to just coloring these. I like to add some color. They're not as, I'm kind of obsessed with aesthetics. I studied graphic design, so I would like things to look perfect, but then I thought, let's just start from scratch and just don't look at the beauty, because fundamentals are like building a house, right? When you build a house, the construction of the house looks very disorganized and the floors are dirty and you can see inside through the ceilings and all of that. So that's kind of how I looked at it when I created this little short tutorial. This is an exercise that I would suggest anybody would do. Kind of looking at a box from various directions. So looking up at the box so you can see the bottom of it, looking down at the box so you can look up at the top part of it. And once you get familiar, you can use various shapes. A sphere won't really work because spheres, unless you draw the contour lines on them, but you can use you can use cuboids, like the rectangular ones. And once you get used to this exercise, using basic shapes and forms, you can do it on a face or on a body, and it will be very helpful for you to draw from your imagination. I've tried it. Right now I'm drawing faces with this, which really helps. It makes me think. So for this particular box, you're gonna be looking at it from the right. So you're gonna see it's the left side of the box. And feel free to exaggerate it, exaggerate it as much as you can. It doesn't have to be perfect, but at least if you get the concept of it, that's all that matters. Perfection is overrated for me. If you're gonna draw this box, above it, on that corner, you're gonna mix the two boxes. So looking at the bottom and looking at the left. Yes, like that. Yeah, everything is a struggle for me, but I've learned that through struggling and trying to figure things out, I'm learning in the process. I'm hopefully getting better. So yes, now that I'm drawing this particular box, I only have about 2 minutes left in this video, but I just wanted to share this short tutorial with you guys. It's not rocket science. It's not something that deserves you to pay like $10,000 to go to college for. There are a whole bunch of resources out there, so I just thought I should share it and simplify it. I believe I'm not the only one who is self-studying art, and I see a lot of people really struggling. So I just thought I should share. Yeah, so as for my plans for the upcoming videos, I was thinking of doing a few videos sharing how to use Medibang, because I'm quite used to Medibang and Photoshop. So those are the two apps that I use. I tried to use Clip Studio, just not my thing. I think I might use Clip Studio when I create my webcomic, because I've seen how the workflow works. I've seen some people share their webcomic creation process on Clip Studio, but I will do some videos on Medibang as well. And that is all for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to comment and give me some ideas. And that is all. I hope you guys have a great day, and bye.